The hardest working fisherman in the harbor earned the least. The one who barely fished anymore earned the most. Everyone saw it. Nobody understood it. This is the income architecture principle. In a coastal village, there were two ways to make money from the sea. Most fishermen chose one. One fisherman built three. That's the difference between catching fish and building bridges. This is called the income architecture principle. Your income can come from three floors. Ground floor, you work, you earn. Second floor, work you did once keeps earning. Third floor, money works while you sleep. Most people only build the ground floor. Then they wonder why they can't climb higher. Wealthy people stack all three floors. Same ocean. Different outcomes. Let me show you what happened over 10 years in this harbor. Chen was the best fisherman in the village. Up at 4 a.m., out on the water by 5, back at 2 p.m. with full nets. Every single day, 6 days weekly, sold his catch at market, made good money, consistent money. Everyone respected his work ethic. His hands were calloused. His back was strong. His income was purely ground floor. Work today, earn today. Stop working, stop earning. Year 1, Chen made $45,000. Impressive for a solo fisherman. He worked 312 days. That's $144 per day. Good rate, but it required him. Every dollar needed his hands, his boat, his time. Ground floor only. Same harbor, same year. Lee was a decent fisherman. Not the best, not the hardest working. Lee noticed something Chen didn't. Every fisherman needed the same things. Ice for the catch, net repairs, fuel for boats. Lee started thinking about floors. Year 1, Lee made $38,000 from fishing. Less than Chen. But Lee did something different. He spent evenings building a second income floor. He bought a small ice-making machine. First month, the ice business made $200, barely worth it, Chen thought. Chen made $3,600 that month from fishing. Lee made $3,200 from fishing, plus $200 from ice. Chen was still ahead. But Chen was only building ground floor. Lee was adding a second floor. Year 2, Chen still worked 312 days. Still made $45,000. Still the hardest worker. His income was identical to year 1. Same effort, same return. Linear relationship. Ground floor economics. Lee made $38,000 from fishing. But his ice business grew, and more fishermen heard about it. Reliable, convenient, no more driving to town for ice. Lee's machine ran every night. He made $4,800 from ice in year 2. Total income? $42,800, still less than Chen. But Lee was building a second floor that worked while he fished. Then Lee added a third floor. You notice fishermen constantly complained about torn nets, had to travel 20 miles to get them repaired. Lee learned basic net repair, set up a small repair station, charged $15 per repair. Took him 15 minutes per net. He did repairs in the evening while the ice machine ran. Now Lee had 3 floors: fishing income, ice machine income, repair service income. Year 3, Chen made $45,000. Same as always. He was still the best fisherman. But he'd hit his ceiling. There were only so many hours, only so many fish. Only so much one person could catch. Ground floor maxed out. Lee made $38,000 fishing, $6,200 from ice, $3,600 from repairs. Total, $47,800. Lee just passed Chen in total income despite being a worse fisherman. Why? Chen had 1 income floor. Lee had 3. Chen worked harder. Lee architected better. Year 5. This is where the structure became obvious. Chen still made $45,000. 5 years. Same income. He couldn't work harder. He was already working maximum capacity. Ground floor topped out. Lee made $38,000 fishing, $9,800 from ice, $7,200 from repairs. Lee's total income year 5, $56,200. Chen's, $45,000. The gap was $11,200 annually, all from architecture. Chen built 1 floor and maxed it out. Lee built 3 floors and was still expanding. Year 7. Chen finally tried to diversify. He was 42. His back hurt. He bought an ice machine like Lee's. But Chen was 7 years late. The market was saturated. 5 other fishermen now sold ice. Chen's machine made $1,200 that year. It's barely covered the investment cost. He'd waited too long. The second floor opportunity had closed. Lee stopped fishing in year 7. His second floor income from ice was $12,400. Repair service generated $11,800. His third floor investments had grown to $42,000, generating $3,360 annually. Total non-fishing income, $27,560. Lee didn't need to fish anymore. His other floors covered his expenses. He was 40, free from the daily grind. His architecture supported him. Chen was still fishing, still working 312 days annually, still making $45,000 plus his small ice revenue, still on the water at dawn, his body aging, his income flat, ground floor only. Year 10. Chen made $46,200. Slight increase from adding 1 week's second floor income source 7 years too late. He was 45, still waking at 4 a.m., still dependent on daily work, still trading time for money. 1 floor, 1 income stream, 1 ceiling. Lee made $0 from fishing. He sold his boat in year 8. His ice business generated $15,200 annually. He'd hired someone to manage it for $8,000 yearly. Net, $7,200. His repair service generated $14,600. He'd trained 2 people to handle repairs, to pay them $9,000 combined. Net, $5,600. His investments had grown to $87,000, generating $6,960 annually. Total income, $19,760. Lee worked maybe 10 hours weekly managing his systems. Chen worked 60 hours weekly catching fish. Lee earned less than Chen, but Lee was free. Chen was trapped. Here's what nobody tells you about income architecture. The ground floor has a ceiling. It's determined by your personal capacity. Hours in a day, energy in your body, skills in your hands. You can optimize ground floor income. Chen did. He maximized it. But maximizing a capped system still leaves you capped. The second floor has no ceiling. Work you do once can earn repeatedly. Create a product, build a system, establish a service. The effort is upfront, the earnings continue. Lee's ice machine was second floor. He bought it once. It earned for 10 years. His repair station was second floor. He set it up once. It earned continuously. The third floor multiplies while you sleep. Money, earning money, assets generating returns, investments compounding. This floor doesn't care if you're awake or asleep, working or resting, young or old. It just grows. Lee fed this floor with profits from floor 2. Floor 3 grew until it supported him completely. Check your current income architecture. How many floors do you have? If every dollar requires your active time today, you're ground floor only. You're Chen. Maxing out a limited system, hitting a ceiling, you can't break through hard work alone. Most people spend their entire career optimizing ground floor income. Better job? Higher salary? More hours? More efficiency? All ground floor? All capped by personal capacity? They never build floor 2. Never reach floor 3. They work 40 years and end up exactly where Chen is. Good income, total dependency. No escape route. The recognition trigger is simple. If you stopped working today, does money stop completely? That's ground floor architecture. If some money continues from previous work, you have floor to start it. If investments generate income regardless of your daily activity, you've reached floor 3. Your Monday protocol starts with floor 2. Ground floor income is necessary. You need it to survive. But ground floor alone traps you. This week, identify 1 second floor possibility. One thing you can create, build, or establish that earns after the initial work is done. For Chen, it was ice machines or repair services. For you, it might be digital products, rental property, affiliate systems, automated services, template shops, course materials, licensing deals, or royalty arrangements. Second floor income doesn't require you to be present for each transaction. You build it once. It earns repeatedly. Month 1. Use 10% of ground floor income to build 1 second floor stream. It will earn nothing initially. Chen saw Lee's first $200 month and dismissed it. That $200 became $15,000 annually. Small starts compound. Month 6. Your second floor should generate $200 to $500 monthly. Still tiny compared to ground floor. Still essential to building architecture. This is Lee in year 1. Making less total than Chen, but building structure Chen never built. Year 1. Second floor generates $3,000 to $6,000 annually. You're still primarily ground floor, but you're architecting upward. You're creating income that doesn't require today's time. Year 3. Second floor generates $8,000 to $12,000. Now use those profits for floor 3. Take second floor earnings and invest them. Index funds, dividend stocks, real estate. 7 to 10% average returns. Floor 3 starts small, grows automatically, compounds while you build floor 2 higher. Year 5. You should have 2 distinct second floor income streams generating $15,000 to $25,000 combined. Floor 3 investments should be $30,000 to $50,000 generating $2,500 to $4,000 annually. Your architecture is rising. You're approaching the point where floors 2 and 3 match your ground floor income. Year 10. If you architected correctly, floors 2 and 3 should exceed ground floor income. You've reached the tipping point. You can reduce ground floor work or stop completely. Your architecture supports you. Your Lee at year 10, free. Chen at year 10 is still fishing, still trapped by single floor architecture. Be honest about the gap. Lee earned less than Chen for 5 years. Building architecture means short-term sacrifice. Second floor income starts small, feels pointless, seems inefficient. Chen was making $45,000 while Lee built ice machines for $200 monthly. The gap felt huge. Chen felt smarter, for 5 years. But architecture compounds. Chen's income in year 10 was nearly identical to year 1. Lee's architecture in year 10 had lifted him completely off the ground floor. Same starting point, same ocean, different structures. Chen built a floor, Lee built a building. The village still talks about it. The hardest worker earning less than the guy who stopped working? Everyone saw it. Nobody understood it, except the few who started building second and third floors. You're standing where Lee stood in year 1. You have ground floor income. You're good at what you do. But ground floor has a ceiling. It's time to build upward. 1 floor at a time. Work that earns once versus work that earns repeatedly versus money that earns automatically. 3 floors. Infinite ceiling. Which floor are you building this month? That answer determines whether you're still grinding in 10 years or free. More wealth principles ahead.